Jeremy sent me a bunch of stuff as well that said, talking about, he goes, you were right. You've been predicting conscription for the last year and a half. I've been telling people for a year and a half that I've been talking to you that we will have another draft. And people think I'm nuts. They think I'm crazy. And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if it's not going to be a Vietnam level huge draft, but it's going to be a conscription. There's going to be a drip conscription. We're going to start recalling, first and foremost, my community, veterans, because we're still the ones with combat experience and we're still semi-functional. And you can be recalled up to the age of 60 if you're not 100% permanent total disabled. And they're doing that now. Jeremy sent me stuff. He goes, you're right. Look at this. Air Force is calling back retirees and veterans. The Navy dropped its standards. You don't have to have a high school diploma or a GED to get in anymore. The Army is now doing, ages are now 42. You can enlist up to 42 years old. Like, they're shifting so many things because they realize, well, we're in a bad place. And that's scary. Yeah,
it is scary because they made the military not something desirable anymore for, new people, new recruits to be attracted. They're creating, it appears very obviously that there's some kind of deep force, deep state, whatever people want to call it, that wants World War III. I can't believe it, but it seems like
money. It's all about money.
It's money. We have to neutralize America because it's the most powerful. We have to hurt the currency. We have to deplete the morality, let the borders open, all of these things, right? And now we're faced with the perpetuation of potential World War III. Now, I've got 7 sons. So let's talk about this for a second, right? So I have 7 sons. Right now, one's 15, one's 17, one's 20.
You got a squad.
One's coming up too, right? Yeah, so when I think of, obviously I'm patriotic, but when I think about the idea of some deep force purposely creating a World War III for money, and then you think about your own sons being conscripted to go, that is a challenging thought.
Yeah.
It is a challenging thought. I believe in protecting people. I believe in protecting freedoms, protecting a nation, and these kinds of things. But to go and do that is challenging. And then to hear, so I do want to talk about this, because then to hear, hey, I might be going back in. That's really fascinating. So what might be calling you back? To be part of the answer, part of the solution?
It's interesting. That's a great question. I'm glad you even asked it like that, because my wife said the same thing. I'm in my mid-40s now. So it's almost that last year, summertime, I started having these very vivid, realistic dreams of being back in uniform and leading men and operating. And I thought, what are these about? You can have dreams, and I didn't want to chalk anything up to it. I'm not into symbolism too heavily either. But I thought, sometimes the Lord can put things on your heart. You can put things intellectually in your mind. And I said, does God want me to go back in the military? And she goes, well, maybe it's just nostalgia and you just miss it. I'm like, 100% I miss it every single day. I've been out 20 plus years. Absolutely miss it. Like, I see guys doing that. I go to the range and I shoot now and I'm like, oh man, I just love doing this stuff. I miss being able to do it. Yeah. But it has not left. The pull in my heart has not been in motion. It's been intellectually in a sensation, a pull in my heart. There's something there for me. I need to consider it. And then I had these conversations with some retired guys that were like, you should consider coming back in. And I thought, and I kept praying, going, okay, Lord, you know what? Every night I was like, if this is your will, if this is where you want me to go, I trust, and I'm asking you to continue to just make it as evidently clear, because he never confuses you. It's always clear with him. The devil's going to confuse you. He's not going to. I kept saying that. So I kept getting these clear signs. The VA was like, hey, we're going to do some operations on your body and PT you and get you physically fit. And they started opening doors. No hesitation.